everybody, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, and massive congratulations to all my Bitcoin hodlers. We're on the cusp of smashing $50,000 this weekend. We're already close to 48,000 as we continue to pump. So smash the likes to help pump the stream. I greatly appreciate that. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis and quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, the one and only Max Keiser. The US uses the UK as a test bed for new laws, breaking laws, etc. The attack of self-custody in the US is coming. The ETFs are great, but the US has a history of seizing property when it's convenient, and ETFs have no defense against a US government heist of their ETF BTC, and the same for miners. Also in today's show, we'll be discussing BlackRock, Fidelity, and Bitcoin ETFs see the largest debut month of any ETF in the past 30 years. That's right, ETFs officially are the most popular ETFs in Wall Street history, and they just launched a month ago. We'll also be expect another 100 to 200% rally. Send it. Also in today's show, the former Bitmex chief foresees Bitcoin rising to $1 million per coin amid banking bailout and money printing surge. I'll be breaking all this down for you. All this plus so much more in today's show. Now, welcome crypto fam. What it do? How many of you were on the 11.5-hour pump watch, which began around midnight last night? Let me know in the comments. And we are pumping. You gotta love it. Shout out to everybody. Be sure to smash the likes. It helps pump the stream. I appreciate it. And let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. Shout out to Mike's, Chris Minka, Chum, Bobby Digital, Bobby, Digi, Silas. Am I frozen? Am I unfrozen? I'm lagging? What's going on over here? Let me know. Because on my side, it looks clean, but you just never know. That's why we do the check. Let me know. Thought we lost the stream. Let's see. Give me a second. Let me check some stuff here. Maybe we got a bad connection. Oh yeah, something's up. The connection looks a little iffy. Let me switch to Wi-Fi, see if that fixes it. Let's see if this fixes it. My apologies. Let's see if this does the trick. Give it a second. And shout out to everyone. Let me know if you can see and hear me right now. My apologies. It looks like the internet connection was a little iffy. I did reboot my computer, but I didn't reboot my modem. So we're going to see if this fixes it. I'm just resetting it. Hopefully it does the trick. My apologies, family. See if this works. We're pumping right now, 47.8 in real time. What up, everybody? What it do? Welcome to the stream. Loud and clear, says Kepler. Let me know if it's any better now. But it is showing a little iffy, so I'm not sure. Let me know in the chat if it's better or if it's still bad. Fiat says all good. Carrie says you are good. I mean, it looks good on my end, but some of you guys saying it's really choppy and frozen, so I don't want to get too deep without making sure it's good to go. Don't you know, pump it up? I very much do know that, pump it up, if you know what I mean. Always pumping it up. It says excellent now, so hopefully it's good to go. We'll continue. Welcome, family, just joining us. What a hell of a pump we've had in the past 48 hours. We're up 2,800 in the past 24 hours. We're about to capture 48,000, family. 49 is the local top for the past 23 months. I think that's going to be the new resistance we're about to test. And if we smash through 50,000 as a given, let me know if you guys think we can conquer 50,000 per Bitcoin potentially this weekend or next week or this month. I put a live poll in the live chat. Let me know, family. Smooth as silk. Good to hear, Sea-Dog. A little turbulence in the beginning, but it seems we're better now. Bitcoin, the Swiss bank account for your pocket. Bingo. Was his name? Oh, let's go. Bitcoin 53 G's, baby. Send it. Shout out. Yeah. All good up. Whoop, whoop. 48,000 incoming any minute. Pretty much. We're ready. 48.8. The charts are looking so lit right now. It's incredible. So we had our open this morning and it was bullish, which is a good sign. I think we'll continue to pump through the weekend with 50,000 being the big target. Let's see if we can smash it by JV's birthday on February 11th. What do you guys think? People laughed at me and spit in my face for saying Bitcoin won't go to 30,000. Who spit in your face? I know you're exaggerating there, but good Lord. Anyone who has been in this chat, typically for every 1,000 people, maybe you'll have 2 bears that say, yeah, we're going to 30. But yeah, that's very unlikely at this point, man. Bitcoin will change you. Preach. K-Jam. You already know. Shout out to $0 G-Row. Always a pleasure, family. Hope you and the fam are doing good. Appreciate the support as always. Love and light. Off the wall family. Wish we could drop back to 38,000. I would buy more cheap BTC. I know, man. But you got to seize the moment when we're down. Everyone wishes we dump after a big pump. But did you guys seize the moment when we corrected to 38,000? How many of you bought that dip? Please let me know. Success is the best revenge. Preach. Cheers, Zero. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out OG Back Road Crypto Bootleg. What to do, Jennifer Conkright? Let's get it. Bitcoin is peace. Amen. Love and light. Success, always the best revenge. So keep stacking them biddies. Nipsey is ready to rumble. Who is the second best? We got to ask Sailor that question.
Figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take off.
We were streaming all morning, so I actually have my clips in the middle, so it's not from the beginning. My bad.
Full stop. Just keep in mind the basis of securities laws
Biblical.
are biblical.
Tell them, Sailor.
You can sell to buy Bitcoin, and if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house.
Been buying dips since 400 USD. You're the man, David. Shout out C-Dog, buy the dip and hodl. What up, Carrie? Bears need to go hibernate. For real, for real. Well, we're going to 30 Satoshis per USD. Now we're talking, Silas. You guys are awesome. So soon we're going to say we wish it can drop back down to 50 to buy cheap. Pretty much, Vic. Pretty much. Your Bitcoin going 100% plus is better for your health when a visit to pharma. Didn't buy enough. Bought most of my Bitcoin at 26,000. Greetings, fam. Happy early birthday. Thank you, Evan Rivero. I have been busy lately. Just want to say hi, happy birthday while you're live, and I'll be watching live on your birthday. Greatly appreciate that. That's going to be Super Bowl Sunday, just 2 days out. Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. It has been a long time, Serge. How many hours has it been? Like 2? 3? How many of you were on the pump watch? Let me know. It was pretty lit. We went for 11 and a half hours. And yeah, we smashed right through 46. We smashed right through 47 like a slice of butter, just like I predicted. You got to pump it up. Welcome, E. Welcome, Fernando. Bitcoin's like beer. You never have enough. Sup again from Tennessee. I am listening to the stream while on the clock, allegedly. That's what's up, man. Smart man. Kabucha on me. Pamp it up. Appreciate that fresh. Cheers, brother. Where's the party at Puerto Rico? The closer we get to 100, when we enter price discovery, which will be around 70, I'll announce a location and a venue, because currently it's to be announced. Just make sure you're in our Discord, discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. We have a 100K fiesta chat dedicated to that. So as long as you're plugged in there, you'll get all the details. It was the Wu-Tang Clan mix at noon. 94.7 block old school. Nice. Gotta love that, Surge. Pump it up. Or the pump was lit, JV. Thank you. Many more pump watches to come. When 1 million? Great question, Hillbilly Will. Greg's up from Tennessee. Listening to this stream. That's what's up. Appreciate you tuned in. Let's get it. We have 250 people here now. Pump the likes to pump the stream. I mean, Bitcoin's about to capture 48,000. This is what's up. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. So make some noise. FOMO, no FOMO. Let's go, go. Party in mid-May. I'll be there briefly. Good stuff, Tony. Cheers. Better hurry up because we're going to hit 100 before you know it. For real, for real. You have to beat 49,102. We're so close. We're so close. Only about 1,200 away, fam. 48K waiting room. Yep, here we go. 48, 48, 48, 48. $1 away. There you go. 47,808. Bada boom, bada bing. I mean, 48's a coming, baby. Fresh. I appreciate that. Thanks for the super 48,000 in the waiting room. Let's get it. You got to love it, man. Respect the pump. Respect the pump. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Yeah, let's do parties all across the world. We'll do Puerto Rico. We'll do California. We'll go to El Salvador. Why not? What do you guys think? I came to bring the pain hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside. Yeah, man. Shout out meth. FOMO incoming. These people don't want to miss out, pretty much. I mean, look, it looks like we're about to just go right to 48. Look how fast we're pumping, dude. 47,840. We're right on the cusp of 48. So close. Then we're only 1,000 from 49. And bada boom, bada bing. It's a Bitcoin thing. Shout out Bukele. 808 is good omen. There you go. Love it. Man, 48. Come on, baby. I can just watch this price action all day, but we got to get into the show. So anyways, family, if you're new to the channel, be sure to smash the subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day just like this. Also important to pump the like, to pump the stream. Much appreciate it. And hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications. That way you get notified each and every day when I go live. Today is pod episode number 1546. I'm your host, JV, and today is February 9th, 2024. And guess what? We're pumping like a mofo, about to capture 48,000. We're only $2,000 away from the $50,000 target. You gotta love that. Give me a second. Let's pull up Coin 360 here so we can check out the market with our market watch. As you can see on your screen, Bitcoin above 47,800, up 6% for the day. So congratulations to all my Bitcoin hodlers. Even Ether is up 3%, trading above 2,500 bucks. Virtually every major crypto pumping and in the green as the market cap continues to climb. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, let's get a little refresh for the latest data. We're sitting at 1.79 trillion as far as market cap, with 71 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance on the rise, baby. 52.3%, with the Ether dominance at 16.8%. Checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Bonk going bonkers, up 21%. Beam up 15%, and Thorchain up almost 14%, followed by Sue, Phantom, Stay, Pith Network, and Injective. Now, which altcoins are you most bullish on for this bull run, fam? Let a brother know. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Virtually every major coin is in the green. I think I only see 2 out of the top 100 correcting and in the red. So massive gainers. And zooming out on the monthly, we finally got most of the crypto market back in the green here as well. Hallelujah. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. We're back up at a 72 greed. Yesterday 66, last week a 63, and last month a 73 in greed. And checking out the Bitcoin halving countdown clock. We're only 60 days out, which is virtually 2 months and 8 days before the halving, anticipated to take place on April 17th. That's right around the corner. And this is why I believe major reason on why we're pumping like we are as we get closer and closer to the halving. Expect more pumpage in the price action. And let's not forget, there's many other bullish catalysts as well, considering there's going to be a supply shock. There is massive demand in the ETF market. We're going to be breaking that down in a little bit. There's 10 times the demand than the actual supply right now. And in 60 days, that supply gets cut in half once again. So it'll be 20x the demand. And that's just from the top 2 asset managers. So you already know things are about to get lit in 2024. 47,925 already on Kraken. Shout out Kraken, off the wall family. Appreciate that. Shout out to Everlasting Bliss 888. Let's get it. E, give the dog a thumbs up. He is real. I appreciate that, family. Get the CEO of Bitcoin on the phone and tell him to pamp it up. There you go. Mr. Satoshi Nakamoto, the CEO. Are you the? Yeah, I'm the CEO. Can we pump it up? Can we pamp it up, please? 50 G's for JV's birthday? Send it. There is no other. That's right. There is no second best. There's a crypto asset called Bitcoin.
What you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it.
Yeah, ETH is killing it right now as well. We're above 2,500, fam. Shout out Mr. Bone Daddy. And Carrie Watts, C-Dog, Cosmic Calm, welcome back. It's been a minute, literally. 48,951 on crypto.com. That's what's up. So 49's incoming. Bring it, man. Wow, so it's that much higher on crypto.com. That's interesting, Jennifer. Thank you for sharing, because that's over 1,000 higher than what we see right here on our screen. The ETFs are the pump. We will go up till every few days. Oh, $1,000 every few trading days. I'll take it. A G a day, send it. Bulk on parade, or the bulls are on parade. You already know, Eric. Cheers, fam. Love that sailor. I mean, who doesn't love that sailor? Satoshi is Spartacus reincarnated. Diamond hands do not sell apes. Let's take this mofo to the moon. Thanks, bruv. Glad to be back. Welcome back. Most 8 alts and Bitcoin pairs are way down.
Go mortgage your house and buy
Stacks for the win.
Bitcoin with it. And if you've
Good morning, Raven. Welcome back.
got a business that you love,
Feels like I'm streaming 24/7. It's like, cool. See you guys always on. Appreciate it. Larry Pedro from Dothan, Alabama. Cheers, family. Let's go Bitcoin. Shout out Fairgrounds Fun Fairs UK. Going to 52 G's, baby. Already. Oh, okay. 48. That sounds more realistic. Cool. But still up $800 more than the price action we see. It's a good sign. 50,000. Let's freaking go. Send it. Watch from Cornwall, England. Appreciate the support. Shout out to my UK fam. Rage Against the Machine. Let's go. Bulls on parade. Got to do my parade wave, you know what I mean? Slowly releasing ourselves from the chains of fiat. Preach. But anyways, fam, lots to cover. Let's dive into our Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out the charts with the Bitcoin price action. It's likely to go next. And man, we're pumping so fast that it's already dated, because when this article was published like an hour or two ago, we were at like 46,000, and we're already about to hit like 40, where are we at? 48, 49,000. So, but anyways, on February 8th, the spot Bitcoin ETFs experienced their third largest influx, surpassing 400 million. The large inflows came despite over 100 million exiting the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. The total inflow into the spot Bitcoin ETFs has already exceeded 2.1 billion since their launch, January 11th, just less than a month ago, indicating a strong demand for Bitcoin in the market. The third largest inflow day for spot Bitcoin ETFs came as Bitcoin price crossed 46 Gs to record a new multi-week high, just 2,000 short of the new yearly highs. And like I just pointed out, we're already about to more than likely experience 49,000 here in a few. But BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust leads the ETF flow chart with an inflow of 204 million. BlackRock killing the game alongside Fidelity, which had 128 million. Then ARK 21 shares with 86 mil, along with Bitwise, which had 60 million. And I want to give a quick shout out to my man Work Stuff, just gifted 5 memberships to the channel to the following. So congratulations to Arnold Silva Ruiz, Vice Shoots or Vic Shoots, Abs Shami, Charnging Badger, and let's see who else got hooked up here. And everyone who just got blessed with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel, please thank Work Stuff for hooking it up. And we appreciate all the support, family. It means a lot. Much love, much respect. But anyways, yeah. So, I mean, these inflows from the ETFs right now are insane. You got to love it. IBIT also became the first ETF to exceed GBTC's daily trading volume. However, total trading volume of all the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs fell below 1 billion for the first time since they launched. Bloomberg senior analyst Balchunas highlighted that BlackRock overtaking Grayscale in terms of trading volume is a big feat, considering it usually takes about 5 to 10 years for a new fund to overtake the category's liquidity king. So it usually takes 5 to 10 years, and with Bitcoin, they did it in less than a month. As Balchunas points out here, normally it takes 5 to 10 years for a newborn to get even close to toppling a category's liquidity kings. IBIT did it in under a month. That's just BlackRock alone. Trading more than Bolt GBTC and BITO today. They'll all go back and forth for a bit each day. Over time, the gap will continue to grow. Meanwhile, market pundits view the positive flow into the Bitcoin ETFs as a sign of appetite and growing demand from the investors. The net flows into the ETFs mean around 403 million, roughly 8,700 BTC was taken off the market and sent into cold storage. Spot Bitcoin ETFs acquired United States Securities and Exchange Commission approval for the listing, which was January 10th, starting trading the next day on the 11th. And since their launch date, the spot ETFs have been seeing record trading volume, with over $1 billion being traded daily, indicating a strong investor interest. The next Bitcoin halving is coming up in less than 70 days, which will see the market supply Bitcoin cut in half from 6.25 BTC to 3.125 per block. With the growing demand from institutional investors, the diminishing supply could help Bitcoin hit new market highs. So my question for you, when do you feel will likely hit that all-time high? And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin off the back of this news from Bitcoin News, he said, UK regulators have started sending out emails asking for up-to-date information about the activity of self-custody wallets. Here's the following received by a Kraken user. I actually want to read this to you because they are going to try to go after your self-custodied Bitcoin. It's only a matter of time. Quoting them here, regulations in the UK require that we maintain up-to-date info about our clients and their account activity regarding self-custody wallets. A self-custody wallet is one where you manage your private keys yourself, for example, a hardware wallet. Please reply to this email and answer the following questions. Please confirm that you own or are in control of the self-custodial wallets that you are sending and receiving from. If you do not own or control the self-custodial wallets that you are sending and receiving from, please detail which addresses these are, who the owner or controller is, and provide their residential address. What BS, man. Good Lord. So here was Max Kaiser's response. The US uses the UK as a test bed for new laws, breaking laws, etc. The attack of self-custody in the US is coming. The ETFs are great, but the US has a history of seizing property when it's convenient, and the ETFs have no defense against a US government heist of their ETF BTC. And I've been sharing this with you guys over the past few weeks, telling you that they are fully capable of ultimately seizing all the Bitcoin ETFs. They can do that in the name of national security. So don't put it past them. Know thy enemy. And he also says the same for the miners. So what are your thoughts on that sentiment, family? Let me know in the comments, and welcome everyone just joining the stream as we continue our pump. So close to 48,000 right now, up 2,700 for the day. You gotta love it. Cool to back off, 45-ish. Amazon seller, new highs later this year, but first we need the 31 incoming. So some of you are still believing we're gonna crash 16,000. Interesting. There the bears are. We miss you guys. Hey fam, shout out Nuck Chorus, always a pleasure. 31, what are you smoking, says Miles. How about we go up 31,000? Maybe that's what they mean. 47 plus 31. Please do the math. Is that new all-time high or what? Casey Gates in the building. Good to see you, Casey. Repping Solvang, California. Let's go. For sure, I got grilled every time I move. 5 to 10,000 to the Bitcoin from the UK bank. I mean, you get grilled to trying to even deposit $10,000 in the bank. You got to fill out information. Where'd you get all this money from? It's crazy. Then when you want to take your money out of the bank, you got to like call with a special request. Hey, I want to withdraw $10,000. You go to the bank. Hey, I need 10,000. Oh, we don't keep any money here. We're just a bank. Oh, you need to make an appointment. Welcome to fractional reserve banking scams. Today is a good day to put the laser eyes on your social media. Yeah, my laser eyes have been on for several years and they're not going anywhere. Maybe if we hit 100 million per coin, I'll take it off. What do you guys think? Sounds like Americans should invest in AR after this cycle. The only way I can see 31,000 is an EMP strike in the United States. Wish I could say Max was having paranoid dreams. Not sure anymore. Precisely, Silas. Right away, here my addresser. Yeah, right. You'd be idiotic to respond to an email in that nature. This has no indication of being a bull trap. 48,000, pump it up, JV. You want me to pump it up? Don't you know pump it up? Don't you know pump it up? You got to pump it up. There we go, 47.9, 48 incoming, family. Let's get it. Don't you know pump it up? You got to pump it up. Hard months and now something, the market's got me bugging. And we alive and we pumping. Let me see if I can get
because your family
here. Yeah, I'm gonna reset this clip here. I want to play it for you guys. Boom, boom, boom. A little sailor action jackson. Bada boom, bada bing. Here you go.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There you go. Pump it up, family. You already know. Don't you know? Pump it up. That's what we do here. Smack the likes, brothers. Appreciate that, Jeff Long. We already have 450 people on the stream. We should have 4,000 people on the stream, so pump that mofo. 48,000 in 15 minutes. I can see 48,000 in 15 seconds. What about you guys? Data buy to sell the house, sell the car, sell the kids. Hide your wives, hide your kids. We be pumping. Cheers, green pianist. That's what's up. Double top, bring it. Can't wait. Anyways, fam, keep the comments coming. This is a live and interactive show. I greatly appreciate that. But let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss more thoroughly these ETF inflows, which are crazy right now and more than likely leading this pump, which you see live and in the flesh. Congrats to all my whole coiners. You're up roughly $2,800 on the day. Congratulations. So yeah, let's discuss the latest with BlackRock, IBIT, and what's popping. The headline reads, BlackRock, Fidelity, and the Bitcoin ETF see the largest debut month of any ETF in over 30 freaking years. That's right. BlackRock and Fidelity Bitcoin ETFs have tallied more assets in their first month of trading than any other ETF launched in the history of the United States in the last 30 years. And we're just starting. Bloomberg intelligence data shows BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust IBIT and Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, FBTC, the funniest ticker, by the way, FBTC, have secured more than $3 billion in assets in the first 17 trading days. Only ones to do so out of the list of 5,500 ETFs. IBIT and FBTC are in the league of their own, said Bloomberg analyst Balchunas in a February 8th post, quoting him here. Here's the look at the top 25 ETFs by assets after 1 month on the market. That's right. Let me actually show you that chart bigger, but let me finish reading this. Out of 5,535 total launches, you got IBIT and FBTC in a league of their own, over $3 billion each, and they still have 2 days to go. ARKB and BitB also made the list. That's right. In 2 days, it'll officially be the 11th, which will be my birthday on Sunday, and also that'll be the 1 year anniversary since the ETFs officially went live. And as you can see here, man, assets after 1 month in the mills, you got IBIT, you got FBTC, and the list goes on and on. Pretty serious inflows, family. Now, before the launch of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock's iShares Climate Conscious and Transition USA ETF, launched June 8th of 2023, was the leader with the most assets under management in its debut month at $2.2 billion. Balchunas said that BlackRock and Fidelity's Bitcoin ETF results are even more impressive, as most other ETFs that ranked on the list were bring your own asset types, of ETFs, meaning one investor was behind all the ETF assets under management. BlackRock and Fidelity ETFs, on the other hand, have seen inflows every single trading day since the launch, with Balchunas described as literally unprecedented. That's right, we're living in unprecedented times, and that's part of the reason what makes this particular Bitcoin halving coming up in 2 months different from all the rest. The ARK21 shares spot Bitcoin ETF and the Bitwise Bitcoin Fund also made the top 25, landing 20th and 22nd. ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF launched as a futures product originally, October of 2021, and also made the list in 7th place. Balchunas noted Bloomberg Intelligence data filtered out the ETFs that underwent a conversion, such as GBTC, as well as about 100 mutual funds that converted to ETFs, quoting Nate Gerasi. There won't be any demand. Spot Bitcoin ETFs now represent 4 of the top 25 ETF launches after 1 month on the market in 30-plus year industry history. IBIT and FBTC now number 1 and number 2 overall. So they conquered every record within 1 month. And just collectively between BlackRock and Fidelity, they now hold over 140,000 Bitcoin. Let that one sink in, family. Now, Balchunas acknowledged the mass outflows from Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF has been the factor in the flow performance of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, that some of those ETFs may have had seed funding, but that's not enough to write any of this off. Quoting him here, I think the real unseen force here is competition. 10 ETFs launching on the same day with some stud issuers just made everyone hustle their ass off. Meanwhile, IBIT and FBTC's performance also stands out against some of the largest ETFs by flows this year in 2024. And according to Bloomberg data, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF sits in 5th place, according to figures from February 5th. You also have FBTC, not far behind either, sitting in 8th position. Only 3 broad index funds tracking the S&P 500 and Vanguard's total stock market ETF have surpassed IBIT. And screw Vanguard, they're the 2nd largest asset manager in the world as far as assets under management, number 2, because BlackRock is number 1, and Vanguard still standing by their anti-Bitcoin stance, saying it's against their ethics and ethos. Meanwhile, they are the primary shareholder of MicroStrategy, so you can't make this ish up, family. So let me know your thoughts on that as the supply continues to, wow, and we just smashed 48,000. You got to love it. So happy 48,000 Bitcoin. Shout out to all my Bitcoin hodlers. We're up 2,800 on the day and we're still pumping. Do you think we're going to conquer 50,000 here? Potentially today, potentially this weekend, this week. We have a live poll up. We got 300 votes right now. Please do let me know. I'm calling for 50,000 on my birthday this Sunday. So I order Satoshi, continue pumping the price. We appreciate that. I forget which crypto is the second best. That's an excellent question, family.
Bitcoin. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Yeah, there's no second best. We just hit 4,000. What are we referring to? One tally? You mean 48,000. Bring it. After 1 month of the wash trading rules will allow those. That's right as well, man. This is going to get really crazy tough, T. Good point. Vanguard is MicroStrategy's GIMP. Hodl gang, shake that booty. That's right, that Bitcoin booty. If Bitcoin keeps going this way, 50,000 by 6 a.m., boom. There you go. I'll accept 50,000 on Saturday, day before the birthday. Hey, I'll take it. How about 60,000 on Sunday? Why not? We got to give Satoshi a challenge. We can't make it too easy now. Yes, we are. Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. I do.
Sorry, not sorry.
And buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your
50K by May 15th. Are you crazy, big dog? How about 50K by 5 p.m. today? It sounds more realistic than that. JV, you deserve 5 million for your B-Day. I'm with you, man. If you guys can pray and channel Satoshi to deliver a 5 million Bitcoin by Sunday, I'll totally accept it. So appreciate that. We need 60,000. Cheers, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Richard Jones, how long is it going up for? It's going up forever, Laura. I mean, that's what Sailor says.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
And we already know Bitcoin's the superior asset, aka apex predator, coming to eat everything in sight. Sunday is your government birthday. Your real birthday was fertilization. Good point. I don't know what day I was fertilized. I have to ask my mom. Let's get 50,000 for JV's B-Day. Send it, Warmer. Or Whammer, Mackie, appreciate it. 100K May, sounds more realistic to me, Miles. Bitcoin. After 50 G's, next target 52. Bring it. JV to man, I appreciate that, Keith. Much love, much respect. I appreciate the family. That's why I always look forward to going live, just to interact with y'all. Can't wait to meet you guys face to face. I know the usernames, but I don't know what you guys actually look like. Hope to see you all at the 100K Fiesta here in Puerto Rico. 1 million for JV's B-Day. Please sign me up. Don't get overly bullish just because we go back to the previous point of rejection. I don't mind overly bullishness. I think we deserve it. After surviving this freaking bear winter with the FTX debacle, Terra Luna, and still being here and getting to where we're at today, I think we all deserve to celebrate and talk our ish at the same time. We told you so. They're predicting 58,000, says Jennifer. Who's they? Let me know. November 13th, Bud. February 14th, play day. Bring it, Paula G. Let's get it. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Need to break the high of 49. Easy peasy. Don't worry about it. We got you. 48,000 got fertilized today. Sure did. It's a no-brainer. It's going up. Cheers, Emilio Gonzalez. Appreciate it, fam. Pump the likes to pump the stream. And let's dive into our next story of the day. We'll discuss the latest with MicroStrategy. Oh, actually, I didn't even update the menu. My apologies. Typically, I'll update that menu, and I forgot. So all that stuff is not accurate today, but nonetheless, it's irrelevant. We'll just dive into our next story of the day, which is MicroStrategy. Bitcoin stash grows to 190,000 Bitcoin after adding 37 million worth in January, as you can see here on your screen. So just ignore the sidebar, no worries. So here we go. Business intelligence firm MicroStrategy continues to solidify its status as the world's largest corporate holder of Bitcoin with its most recent purchase of Bitcoin. And you know, Saylor's laughing all the way to the bank. In a new thread, Saylor says that the company bought an additional 850 biddies for a price of roughly 37 million in January. The acquisition brought the company's total Bitcoin holdings to 190,000 Bitcoin at a total cost of roughly $6 billion or 31,200 per Bitcoin as of earlier this week. Not too shabby. So that's a pretty good price. 31,000 per Bitcoin, considering we're at like 48,000 right now. Go Saylor, hashtag winning. And as stated by Feng Li, the president and chief executive of MicroStrategy, in a recent earnings call, according to the Motley Fool, today MicroStrategy is the largest corporate hodler of Bitcoin in the world, holding 190,000 Bitcoins with a total Bitcoin market value of 8.1 billion as of yesterday. Even much higher today, we may be closer to 9 billion, fam. In 2023, we acquired 56,650 biddies for a total purchase cost of 1.9 billion, an average price of 33,580. And in 2024 so far, we have acquired an additional 850 Bitcoin for a total purchase cost of 37 million. Over the past year, we've seen Bitcoin mature further as an institutional grade asset class with broader regulatory recognition and institutional adoption. In the earnings call, Saylor confirmed that MicroStrategy is going to do everything in its power as a company to further the Bitcoin network and continue to accumulate the crypto king. That's right. I've heard them say that their goal was to accumulate 5% of the circulating supply. Now they're getting close to 1%. It's closer to really 0.9%. But if you calculate all the lost Bitcoin gone forever, it's really closer to 1.25%. But quoting the Giga Chad here, the question is what MicroStrategy going to do in order to support the Bitcoin network and in order to benefit our shareholders from these trends? Well, as you can see, and as we've said, we view ourselves as a Bitcoin development company. And then what does that mean? Well, that means we're going to do everything we can to grow the Bitcoin network. We're going to do everything we can to acquire more Bitcoin. And we're going to do everything we can to benefit our shareholders and do this in an accretive fashion. And when we consider our options and our unique strengths, it boils it down to 4. So there you have it. My crypto fam, you already know the Giga Chat is going to continue acquiring Bitcoin like there is no tomorrow. This is part of the game theory, which is playing out in real time. And that's just one publicly traded company. What's going to happen when you have another dozen MicroStrategies all trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as them? It's about to get real. What happens when we calculate sovereign wealth funds, nation state adoption, you know what I mean? Scarcity, supply shock. You already know. Charles Edwards, Capriole Investments, predicts 58,000. Thanks for sharing, Jennifer. I am a fan of Charles Edwards and Capriole Investments. I value their analysis. I appreciate that, so send it. 53.2 needs a knocking out monthly PIV. We only need 48.9 to lock this current pump in. Don't need 49 just yet. but I will take it. What's good for MicroStrategy is good for Bitcoin. What's good for Bitcoin is good for MicroStrategies. That's right. MicroStrategy is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is MicroStrategy. I am Satoshi. You are Satoshi. You are Bitcoin. I am Bitcoin. Nipsey is Bitcoin. Send it. Hello from Texas. Shout out Junior. Nuck. JV watching your show today with my wife for the first time. She don't believe in crypto. What do you have to say to her? Believe in your man. Right? That's important. Respect goes a long way. Believe in your man and know he will never misguide you, and that everything he is doing is for your own best interest. Have faith in your man, because that faith is very powerful and it gives a man wings, right? That's my advice. 48,000 coming soon, says Hey Jude, 2109. Bring it. We already hit 48, family. We corrected about a hundo. All good in the hood. Cosmic, we are Satoshi. I think Bitcoin will not be so volatile in the future, but a steady rise. Don't know about Nipsey being Bitcoin? Well, he is, because he ate my wallet, so he's officially a Bitcoin. Just saying. #1 YouTube channel, JV. Shout out C-Dog. Greatly appreciate that, family. Much love, much respect. Polar bear blood everywhere. Tiger blood. I drink tiger blood. JV, if you're not saying you're #1, what are you saying? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm #1. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm #1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You already know. Shout out KRS-One. He was channeling Satoshi back in 1997 when that track came out. Kitty Nor Productions, appreciate you subscribing. #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Pump the likes to pump the stream. The Bitcoin price will continue to pump, because that's how we do around here. JV doesn't have to say you're #1 when you're the only one. Appreciate that, my man. Bitcoin gives me wings. Remember that one meme where that guy's like in the club? He's like doing the crazy dancing. Caught you on YouTube. Let's rumble. Shout out Kitty Nor. I appreciate the sub, family. Let's get it. This is Rejection Wick. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. 100. Joey, she mad at you now. Mad at me? How can you be mad at JV? Nigel, cheers, family. Shout out to Zero. Appreciate gifting another membership. Incredible, fam. So shout out to, looks like Jason Pina, 2000. You've been blessed with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel. Thanks to Zero. Show Zero some love. That was Epic JV. I appreciate that, family. I don't know really what you're referring to, but we'll keep the show epic, because that's how we do. Pump it up. Yes, please.
But I'm alive on survival. I log everything that I see and stay awake to watch the global network right on my screen.
Woo! Yeah, man. Not JV, Joey. Thanks, Zero. Cheers. Time for the price to go lower. Give retail buyers a chance to buy a reasonable price, then consolidate, make the stronger move up. We'll see how much we keep pumping, man. I think we're going to have a hell of a weekend. JV has a unique show, so he is #1 in his own realm. There you go, on Matrix. Appreciate that. We can get a second best, the #2 crypto in the world. What does Sailor have to say about that?
For 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth, which is Bitcoin.
His company is only worth roughly $9 billion, so don't listen to that man. He doesn't know anything.
There's no second best crypto asset.
The pump is depressing me. I got 30,000 on the site. Mooncat, I don't understand that comment. I think after the cycle, it would be more steady and suffer those cyclical 80% drops. That's right. I think the larger the market cap gets, the lower the drawdowns personally as well. If the weekly candle closes above the resistance and is way above it now, it will set the stage for next week. Yeah, man. I think February is going to be pretty lit. What do you guys think? I think historically, February is more of a bearish month, but again, we're in unprecedented times, and we do have a halving scheduled to take place in April, roughly 2 months out. So anyways, fam, let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with Bernstein Analysts saying Bitcoin will explode to new all-time highs on the ETF-Fueled Rallies. I'm going to be breaking down their latest report. As you can see here, analysts at Wall Street brokerage giant Bernstein reportedly thinks that Bitcoin will surge into the 70,000 range by the end of the year, which would ultimately mean price discovery mode. According to the new report by Street Insider Analysts, they say in the new research note that the impact of the recently approved spot Bitcoin ETFs will drive the top crypto asset by market cap's price surge. Quoting them here, in a commodity with known finite supply curve, any incremental buying demand at this scale will become material to price. The ETFs are still 3.5% of the total supply, and more than 12% of Bitcoin still sits on the exchanges. But it is the net incremental demand that counts, given the sell pressure is easier to model. So the Bernstein analysts also believe the US Bitcoin mining firms could grow their operations this year, despite the King Crypto's upcoming halving event, which is slated for mid-April, and we'll see the mining rewards for Bitcoin cut in half. Quoting them again, we expect 15% of high-cost miners to cut production in the coming halving, but we expect the low-cost and competitive miners to gain relative share. Now, they also predict the development of Bitcoin Layer 2 protocols will increase the network's overall efficiency. Quoting the report again, we also expect Layer 2s to continue to drive transaction revenues for the miners and economic activity from token mints and NFT ordinals to sustain as the Bitcoin developer ecosystem continues to grow. Furthermore, they say the macroeconomic landscape could be favorable for the flagship digital asset this year. Quoting them again, if the early election trends suggest a change of regime post-elections with the potential changes in the current crypto unfavorable leadership at the SEC, Bitcoin and broader crypto markets could rally off of those cues, and the rate could add further fuel to the rally. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that analysis from Bernstein, from Wall Street. Jennifer says there are plenty of women who are men for that. I don't know what you're referring to there, though. JB, play some POC. Man, I don't have POC lined up here on the smart pads, but if there's a particular track you want me to start adding to the mix, or something that POC says in particular that we can make a staple for the show, I'm down. Just let me know. Give me the ideas. Pump it up. I mean, we're always pumping it up. That's what we do here, family.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I meant to say I was hoping for 30,000 so I can buy more of a whole Bitcoin. The pump is making me sad. Oh, I understand, Mooncat. It happens when you guys get too greedy, right? And you're not all in, and you don't want to get all in until you feel you get the big dump, and then the big dump doesn't occur, and we go the opposite way. That's the risk of waiting on the sidelines. Put some annual. Oh, Bad Bunny, man. He's like the biggest artist on the island, hands down. That'd be pretty lit. I don't know who Annuel is. I got to look that up. A Lil Wayne, a Billy. Oh, I know that track, the Bitcoin remix. Nice, DJ. If you think women don't get math, ask all the men who have gotten divorced how their wife worked the numbers. Facts. Tell them, man. Did you watch The Outing? What outing are we talking about? Is that a movie? Only God Can Judge Me. I like that. I also like the one in my rear view. That one's lit. Man, Pac has so many hits. Hey, Cordell, why don't you put him in? You can always say, it was me, from Eddie, what it do. Putin interview was great. Man, yeah, let me know your feedback, guys, on that Putin interview. I know everyone's talking about it. This morning it had over 100 million views. I got to watch 20 minutes of the 2 hours last night, but I've been streaming all night and all morning and all afternoon, so I haven't had a chance to watch it all, but I'm looking forward to it. Shout out to Tucker for making that happen. I believe that Putin basically threw the U.S. government under the bus and says they're the ones to blame for the war in the Ukraine. It has nothing to do with him. He would love to end the war. So respect. I think Putin was the interviewer. I remember, I watched the beginning, and it's like, I need 30 seconds to explain the history. And then 30 minutes later, I was like, he's still explaining the history. Chris Record, back to my crypto. I might have that one already on here, family. I got a lot of the Chris Record joints. Shout out Chris Record. First song featuring Tupac was with Digital Underground. Right on. The other guy didn't know what to say. All got $4 left in my bag. May sprinkle that into sheep. World, yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. That's a dope track. The world through my, yeah, man. 50,000. America's Most Wanted. That's a good one, too. 50,000, more like 500K. I got you. Izzy won. Cheers, fam. The Biden address was a nightmare. Oh, what address you referring to? Pump the likes, pump the stream. I appreciate it. All songs are dope, but some stand out for show. 100%. Let's pump it up, baby. Let's go. If you believe Putin, I have nothing else to say. Stack the sats. and you won't look back. There you go, C-Dog. Sage advice. Gangsta party. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Yeah, that's a good one. Too milty. Man, me and Snoop about to clown. I'm losing my religion. Smartest people I know are women. Tell them, Passive. Women hold it down. Respect to all the women, and especially Bitcoin women. I got a lot of respect for you. I kind of feel like I met JV IRL, and I just realized when he played that house track, JV, you a G. Much respect, Keith Bitboy. Love and light family. Appreciate the support. Biden said he was negotiating with the Mexican president to open the border of Gaza. That address in the presser. Interesting. Anything Biden says, I don't trust. What up, CROR? It looks like Crow Rican. I appreciate you subbing. #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's get it. Let's dive into our next story of the day because we still have a lot to cover. Next up, we're going to be discussing after Bitcoin hits 50,000, expect another 100 to 200% rally, according to this crypto analyst. Then we're going to be discussing $1 million Bitcoin price prediction. So let's get it. David Kruger, crypto analyst on X, thinks Bitcoin will tear higher, surging 1 to 200% within 5 months. So let's run the math. 100% from 50 G's would be 100 G's, 100K Fiesta, Puerto Rico, send it. And if we went 200% from 50,000, whoa, I think that'd be 150,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, family. But anyways, citing Tom Lee's historical analysis, shout out to Tom Lee as well. Kruger believes that FOMO, fear of missing out, typically kicks in when Bitcoin trades above a price level exceeding 97% of its historical days. Lee is the co-founder and researcher at Fundstrat. Zooming out at the development of the monthly chart, the analyst notes that the price point sits at 50,000, and 20x from 50 G's is 1 million per coin, and 20x is very realistic. It's ultimately 10x times 2. So a key psychological level that the bulls have failed to overcome since the bull run from mid-November 2023. And accordingly, if Lee's analysis and the analyst's assertions come true, the Bitcoin price will likely float higher in the sessions ahead. However, what's unclear is when Bitcoin will clear this 50,000 level, paving the way for 100 G's and even 200,000 5 months after the decisive breakout. Now here, half of you believe we're going to hit 50,000 this weekend for my birthday, so I appreciate that. Let's make it happen. And when writing, the Bitcoin prices are firm and rallying. The coin is trending currently now above roughly 48,000 and likely to clear this 50,000 hurdle sometime sooner than later, in my humble opinion, but let me know your thoughts. And looking at the Google Trends data and organic search related to Bitcoin, interest is fizzling out. Data shows that the number of people searching for Bitcoin in the US has dropped, and it is around early 2021 levels. And you know what happened in 2021, right? All-time high. I believe it was November 10th. We hit the 69,000 current ATH. And even so, around that time, the Bitcoin prices began trending higher, eventually rising as high as 69,000 per coin. And while FOMO appears elusive at the spot rates, another analyst offers a different perspective. In response to Kruger's outlook, the analyst notes that sharp interest in Bitcoin historically arrives around 6 months after the halving, lasting up to 18 months. This event, instead of or increasing demand, creates a supply-demand imbalance that may pump the price. Bitcoin will have its minor rewards in early April 2024. It is an event that may anchor the bulls, setting the base for more gains as projected by the analysts. The coin might also edge higher considering the pace at which the spot Bitcoin ETF issuers have been buying Bitcoin in the past few weeks since the product was approved in mid-January 2024, with Wall Street players like Fidelity, BlackRock, and other crypto firms like Bitwise loading up more coins. Bitcoin will likely be more scarce than it has been after the past halving events. And part of the reason this halving is 100% unprecedented, we didn't have the institutional FOMO previous halvings. We didn't have a lot of things which are present this time around. So yeah, can you say new all-time high, price discovery, 100K, multiple six-figure double top? Send it and let's get it. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. We pump the price. That's how we do. Imagine selling before 1 million. I imagine never selling. Hollow for life. This is generational wealth. Why would you sell biddies you can pass on to the future generations? Do you want your future generation to live in poverty and enslave through a CBDC and corrupt forces of evil, or are you going to pass down the antidote to your heirs so that they can live a life of freedom, maybe a life you didn't get to even experience earlier on in your career or in your life? I mean, that's what this is about. It's about setting the stage for the future. so we can fight corruption. I believe that Bitcoin is God hacking humanity, right? It's the escape valve. It's the escape hatch. And it's the way to unplug from the corrupt matrix and the fiat money corruption within the system. And that's why we're here. Freedom, liberty. What does it say here on the hat? Bukele 2024. Liberty, union, Dios. Let's get it. Bit late today. How you doing, JV? Doing well, Paul? We've had a hell of a stream in the past 24 hours. I did 11.5-hour pump watch around midnight last night. I went to bed like 1 a.m., woke up 6 a.m., took my daughter to school, did what I had to do, came back, jumped on the stream. We've been streaming like a mofo, celebrating this price action because these are times you're never going to forget, and we get to celebrate it together. Cracks me up when we all talk about hairs, beings. Last time Bitcoin was this high was back in 2022. Yeah, man, it's been a minute. So the top for the past 2 years is ultimately 49, and we're only 1,000 away from the 2-year high. And you already know what's about to go down. There's no second best. What happens when BlackRock dumps it and takes profit? They can't. Why would they dump it if they're holding it? They have to hold it for the people invested in it. It'd have to be the people dumping it, which wouldn't really make sense. My dog Sunny to inherit 16 Bitcoin. The stream is so good, I listened to it while driving. Thank you, Miken. Much respect and appreciate you becoming a member of the channel the other day. Historic days. We'll be talking about these times in a few years. For real. Remember when Bitcoin was only in the 40s? It's like Bitcoin will be like 280,000. We're like, yeah, those were great times to get in, wasn't it? Thanks. Shout out Digital Dankness. Simple math, 100,000 bitty by December 24th. Can you say 100 G's? Hell no. My sons get what is left over. And any ask that I may have, I plan on having a great retirement. Do what it do, Mr. Gonzalez. The man is a machine. Hit those likes. Cheers, family. You got to pump it up. That's how we do here. That's how we do it. This is how we do. This is the way. JV, do a collabo with Crypto Wendy. Appreciate the suggestion. But to be honest, I don't collabo with anybody. I'm probably going to do a collabo here with Sentiment. But as far as YouTubers, they kind of do their thing. I do my thing. Respect to them all. But I don't know. 100% stream. Always good. Even this New York City traffic. Man, I know all about that New York City traffic. God bless you, family. Appreciate your support. Yeah, man. I mean, you know who I would like to collabo with? Michael Saylor. Hook it up. I'm going to do a Saylor interview. I also want to go to El Salvador and get a in the flesh interview with Max Kaiser and Stacy. And meet Bukele. That's on my bucket list. So I'm going to see if I can make that happen. And of course, I'll be providing you with the footage. It'll be exclusive. 50,000, baby. Shout out to JV. Good to see you, fam. Shout out Raziel0. Money management like Fidelity. Are you lying? Recommend 1% to Bitcoin. Do the dumps coming. That will increase more than 1%, right? Do you know how much the market maker strategy? 512,000 by New Year's 2025. Send it. 100,000 by March 30th. Let's go.
A man with a dream with plans to make cream, which failed. I went to jail at the age of 17.
Hey, pay attention on how I break this Bitcoin slang down.
Bitcoin slang. Yes, I have fashion friends. This Paula G. No Wendy. She is nasty and mean. I'll keep it 100. I've never watched any of her streams, so I can't judge. But respect, I know she has a huge following. So respect to all YouTubers who have dedicated years of their life in building their following and creating content, because I know how hard it is from firsthand experience, especially in the beginning when you start from scratch. Like, it's rough when you start putting in hours of work every day and nobody is watching your streams, and you're just like, how do people actually grow YouTube channels? And you just got to keep going and grinding. And before you know it, a few years later, wow, it's working. Glad I never quit. That's kind of how it is. Yeah, Bukele, man, oh my God. Yeah, Bukele is on my bucket list, man. I want to meet this man. I'm very inspired by him, more so than any other political leader on the planet. What are the odds for a dip? we always see dips, very high odds. We just pumped like almost $3,000 past 24 hours. The day before we pump, I mean, it felt like we were just 43,000 a couple of days ago. So very high probability of a dip, but where do we dip is the question. Do we dip after tapping 48? Do we dip after tapping 49? Do we dip after tapping 50? Do we dip after tapping 60? Do we dip tapping after price discovery at 70? Do we dip at every single level? Like, who knows? All I know is we're on a 15-year bull run and we're just getting started. Shout out John Wayne. Cheers. NYC traffic just kills. Yeah, for real, for real. Thank God I'm not in it often. Memories, JB. That's one way to expedite subscriber growth. What are memories? I don't know what that means. He broke in mine last night, Joshua. Corrections happen. Yeah, it's a part of the cyclical process, man. That's why we have 4-year cycles on more of a broader macro perspective. And after every 4-year cycle, we have a Bitcoin halving. The halving, post-halving, we go parabolic. We hit a new all-time high. We add a zero to the end of the price action. And then we have a bearish winter that lasts 2 to 3 years. And then we repeat all over again. This has been the cycle nature since the first halving of 2012. So if history rhymes, we should see a cycle peak next year in 2025. Memories equal boobs. Boobs? Boobs rhyme with biddies. Another term for that, at least. Dips right now will not be too deep. They will seem deep to the day traders and the noobs, but they won't be. We're in the bull market. So 3 steps forward, 1 or 2 steps back, repeat. Now pump the likes to pump the stream, fam. We now have 600 people here live and in the flesh as we continue to pump. We already tapped 48,000, correcting some right now, but nonetheless still pumping and up roughly $2,300 on the day. Now let's break down our featured story of the day. Former Bitmex chief foresees Bitcoin rising to $1 million per coin amid banking bailout and money printing surge. Let's break it down, shall we? Now, shout out to Arthur Hayes, the ex-CEO of the crypto exchange Bitmex, expressed his anticipation that the value of Bitcoin will surge to $1 million per coin in a couple of posts on social media platform X. On Monday, Hayes shared a price chart for troubled New York Community Bank Corp and wrote, "Resume the dump," citing the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's recent statement indicating that the U.S. economy and the banks are strong to very strong. Hayes noted that the New York Community Bank Corp said otherwise. Who is right? The market or the central banker? Never trust central bankers, family. Time and compounding interest are two things even Neo can't wish away. The bailout is coming. Bitcoin equals $1 million per coin. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And how many remember roughly a year ago, we had the regional banking crisis, which took Bitcoin from the start of the year from 18,000 all the way above 40 G's. So deja vu, could this be round 2? Let me know. At the end of January, Hayes shared on X that he expects Powell and Treasury Secretary Miss Finance Yellen to start printing money very soon and citing a surprise loss at the New York Community Bank Corp. Now, fears gripped the U.S. banking sector last week as NYCB reported a jaw-dropping $252 million quarterly loss. Like, whoa, reversing $172 million profit year over year. The bank's loan losses quintupled to $552 million, fueled by commercial real estate concerns. NYCB stock tumbled 40% in a single day. They say Bitcoin's volatile. I mean, that's pretty bad to lose 40% in a day. And that was at January's close, following the earnings release, dragging the U.S. regional bank index down with it. Now, in a follow-up post Tuesday, Hayes shared a Bloomberg article about Moody's cutting NYCB's credit grade to junk status. That's right, all these banks should be junk status. Yellen said at the Senate hearing on Thursday, she hopes that the commercial real estate weaknesses will not become a systemic risk to the banking system. I hope it doesn't become. No, it is. You damn losers. However, she noted that there may be smaller banks that are stressed by these developments. The Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, the money printer go brr pimp, also said this week that some banks will have to be closed or merged out of existence. What does that mean? It means get your money out of the bank, family, because if there are bank runs, in which there will continue to be, you're not going to get your money out of the bank. And even if they're FDIC insured, guess what? If there is a genuine bank run. It's impossible to pay everybody because they don't even have the money. They barely keep any money at these fractional reserve banks. You know the name of the game. It's a big Ponzi scheme at the end of the day. But commenting on NYCB, the former Bitmex chief, Arthur Hayes, opined, "Oh baby, from junk to bankrupt. That's the future." And then more money printer go, Bitcoin equals $1 million per coin. Now, I personally think we will realistically hit $1 million. I don't know if it'll happen this year. It's possible, so I wouldn't rule it out, but I think it's most likely to occur in 2029. And let me tell you my math or reasoning and logic behind it. Typically, it's the year preceding the halving. We hit the cycle peak. So right now, we're in 2024. We're about to have a halving in roughly 2 months. So the block rewards for the miners are going to get cut in half. There's massive demand right now and massive buying going on between the ETFs like BlackRock and Fidelity, which we discussed earlier in the show. They're outpacing the actual supply by a factor of 10x. It's soon going to be 20x when the rewards get sliced in half like a samurai warrior. You already know. So the following halving is going to be in 2028. And typically, if history is to rhyme, it's going to be the year preceding the halving. In 2029, we hit the cycle peak for the following halving. That's when I can realistically see a $1 million Bitcoin price, which is pretty much in alignment with Kathy Wood's 1 million, 1.5 million. Now she's saying as high as 2.3 million per coin prediction by 2030. But what are your thoughts, family? Now, short term for this year, I can definitely see us hitting 6 figures. I think 100,000 is a great target for 2024, year of the halving, considering the previous all-time high was back in November. I think it was November 10th of 2021. We hit 69,000. And if we can just 2x the previous all-time high, that's 138,000 per Bitcoin. I'd say that's a pretty solid target for this year. What are your thoughts? But I do still feel that we're likely to hit the cycle peak in 2025. That's where I can foresee a multiple 6-figure Bitcoin price action. My bearish hypothesis is 222,000. Shout out Bring Facts for that number. And my bullish hypothesis is ultimately 500,000 per coin for this cycle peak. But I think it's more likely than going to occur in 2025. However, I must say I can be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have a magic 8-ball I can shake and look into the future. This is just based on my thoughts and research and doing a show every day for the past 5 years, 6 years, however long it's been via the podcast. I mean, for Christ's sake, this is pod episode number 1500 and I think 46, right? Yep. 1,546. So anything is possible. The truth is no one knows exactly how high or how low Bitcoin will go, but I'm more of a long haul investor. I'm thinking about this many cycles out. Like I'm focused on 2028 when everyone is focused on 2024 because I know the name of the game. If you just hodl for 4 years or longer, everyone who come before us and has hodled Bitcoin for that long is in the green. The only losers are the people like Dave Portnoy with the paper hands. You buy a bunch of Bitcoin and then it dumps and you're like, oh, I don't want to see it go to zero. I'll just sell at a loss. Well, you can't lose if you don't sell because 1 Bitcoin 10 years ago was equivalent to 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin today is equivalent to 1 Bitcoin, and 1 Bitcoin in another 1,000 years from now will still be equivalent to 1 Bitcoin. Do you understand that? Do you understand that Bitcoin is mathematically freaking guaranteed to continue to increase its purchasing power? It's a mathematical certainty. Do you understand that the dollar is mathematically guaranteed to decrease its purchasing power? These are the charts you guys need to be looking at instead of so focused on what's going to happen next week. Should I sell? Should I buy? Always be buying, always be accumulating. What is Michael Saylor always doing? You guys make fun of him. He's always buying the top. Well, his stash is now worth over 8 billion, probably closer to 9 billion. And before you know it, he'll be worth 100 billion. Before you know it, he'll be one of the richest men on the planet, be worth $1 trillion because he was buying the so-called tops. It's because he understands the long-term perspective of Bitcoin. He gets it. He understands it. How many of you get it? How many of you understand it? How many of you are accumulating more sats? That's the name of the game. We can care less, honestly, what the US dollar equivalent is for Bitcoin because the dollar is worthless. It's going to hyperinflate. There'll be a day where 1 Bitcoin is equivalent to $100 million. Why? Because the dollar is going to become worthless and effectively lose 99.99% of its purchasing power, right? Against Bitcoin. Just look at the charts. Look of what you could have purchased 50 years ago with $100 US. You can buy a lot, right? You can buy a whole cart of groceries. Now you go grocery shopping, $100, you get like 3-4 items. It's insanity. This is due to inflation. That's why real estate's going through the roof. That's why oil, gas going through the roof. That's why everyday living expenses are going through the roof. It's because the dollar is becoming more and more worthless by the day as they continue to print more. Because the more they print, the more worthless it becomes and the more valuable Bitcoin becomes. Bitcoin is thy savior, just like El Salvador. It's thy savior. It's the ark. What are you going to do? You're going to hop on board, right? You're going to ride this train to the moon, this rocket ship, I should say, or you're going to, I'd rather trade this for fiat for a quick little gain. You know what I mean? Some of you guys will just never understand. So let me know your thoughts. I know I'm ranting, but hey, I'm flowing, so let's go. And shout out to everyone on the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. We greatly appreciate it. Stormin', let's go. JB tapping into his inner max. Thank you, Fresh. Hey, JB, you're early today, brother. I am here now before my shift at ANW, Mill Bay, BC, British Columbia, right, DNA? That's what's up, man. I sold all my Bitcoin at $42,000 last week for a mortgage app. I literally want to cry right now. I've been hodling for 3 years. Well, congratulations. Continue to hodl, man. I love the trolls. I mean, trolls are fun. Pet their hair. I used to have little pet trolls when I was a kid. You know, those little trolls with the long hair. Make a wish. They say it's good luck. So we need to rub the belly of the troll, you know. 15 plus for a Big Mac combo, 15 bones. That I remember when everything was $1. Like I used to work at McDonald's. That was my first job. Like you can buy anything in the store for like $1. You want an apple pie? It was $1. You want a Big Mac? It was $1. And they even had the dollar menu. Is that even a thing anymore? Curious. I haven't been to McDonald's in 15, 20 years, so I don't know. How's the humidity today at Dorado Beach? I don't live in Dorado Beach. I lived in Dorado previous to where I just purchased this house a couple of years ago. But it's beautiful out. Clear sky. It was rainy all week, but today is a clear sky, beautiful, hot, sunny, and no complaints. 50,000, send it. Taking profit is taking profit regardless. You always regret it. Just make sure you know what you are buying. Trolls equals haters. Precisely. Trolls just a nice way of saying hater. The dollar menu was epic. Remember the McRib? The McRib is back. What rookie moved to sell 2 months before the halving? I mean, for real, Raven. Like people are actually selling right now. Clearly, they don't get Bitcoin. Those are the Dayport noise. If $4 for a McChicken. Following you from South Africa. Love your show. Appreciate that. Holes, much love. Value menu. Okay, so no more dollar menu. They have a value menu. That makes sense. I also heard they're shrinking everything. So used to get maybe a bigger Whopper from Burger King or a bigger Big Mac from McDonald's. I've seen stuff online where they're like, they keep shrinking the food. McDonald's is expensive, says Bitcoin Trader. Man, you don't want to see some of the restaurants I eat at if you think McDonald's is expensive. Alex, welcome. Thanks for subbing, family. What it do? Trolls are waiting for that 5,000 biddy. Best of luck. The trolls would be the same people when we hit 5,000. I'm not pulling the trigger yet. Solo Way says we're going to go down to 500. They'd be the same. You know what I mean? Support for Bitcoin. Man, it looks like 47 is the new support. Right this moment. We're at 47.5. We already touched 48. Bring it. Yeah, if 47 don't hold, then 46. Logical. Great info. Thank you, Gary. Laughing my ass off. One of my kids super glued his sister's troll to a mini skateboard. It lit it on fire and it landed under the neighbor's car. No problem. What? I agree. TA can still be useful, but macro events will drive. Exactly. The macro events drive the, override the TA. They trump them, right? Macro events trump everything else. Just like you can get a black swan event that trumps all the TA. So why are we so focused on the TA? Hence, it's astrology for men. Shrinkage. The water was cold. Oh, snap. Too bad the trolls on this site can type. Yeah, selling before the halving is a noob move. God bless with the diamond hands for the next time. I am 63 here in Canada. God bless you, DNA. I'm going to turn 41 in 2 days. It's true. Portnoy has a stock exchange mindset. Exactly. He made hundreds of millions in the stock market, and he thought he was smarter than the Bitcoin market, and he got wrecked. Mehamed, thanks for the sub. I do some BK Whoppers every now and then. Did they shrink, family? Or is that just a rumor? JB is hitting the bars. Appreciate it.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Luciano Malay is such a disappointment. He backed off of Bitcoin. Yeah, he's controlled, unfortunately. I got the confirmation. He is completely controlled, just like the rest of them. The only one not controlled, his name is on my hat. Keeping it real. The same people who control Malay control Trump and the rest, Biden and the rest. They're all the same, working for the same handlers, the same forces of evil. Hate to tell you that. I know you guys love your Trump, but it's fact. Yeah, unfortunately. The game is rigged. That's what I'm trying to say. The game is rigged. Well, you are a high roller. We regs can afford the JV diet. Man, used to like a Whopper. Whoppers suck now? They changed? Let me know. Are they even using real meat? I question where the meat comes from. I question, are we eating human flesh here at this fast food restaurants? I don't even eat meat, but I'm just saying. Like, how do you know it's actually beef? You go to China and you see all the animals getting cooked. You question everything. You see a cat in the restaurant, run. Michael Williams, thanks for the sub. Definitely all controlled. Exactly. It's called controlled opposition. Give the people their heroes. The Elon Musk. The Donald Trumps. They're here to save you guys, so you don't have to worry about it. Sure. The Whopper is still the bomb diggity, says Raven. I hope it is the cats. They are feeding us sawdust, not beef. There you go, dang this. Trump Vivek 2024. Saw the dust. Big Mac, Uniparty, The Power, and the Biddies. Too funny. Gensler and I were dancing in the chat last night. That's right. We had Gary come out. Pink slime. Whoppers are the same. That's why they never made a deal with them. He has controlled opposition in a Willy Wonka suit. Agree. With Richard Jones. Yo, where is that little dog? He's probably downstairs with grandma. My mom. Like Mother Teresa said, F those guys. Close the borders. I'll save myself. Thank you. Yeah, man. I cook at home 90% of the time, but do BK every once in a while, says Raven. That's so Raven. I love the reference. It is so timely. JV is you're walking the edge. Yeah, pretty much, Emilio. They did lab tests on fast food meat, found horse meat mixed in 40% of what they tasted. It's more prevalent than people think. Precisely, Nuck. Precisely. Just like, what do you think you're eating when you buy hot dogs? You're probably eating the missing children that come up missing, and they do the organ harvesting and very evil satanic rituals too. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think you're eating? They got to dispose it somewhere. Yeah, I've seen some stuff where they tested different meat and there's actually human flesh in it. So I'm not making that up. So I appreciate you bringing that up, Nuck. Nipsey for president. Where's the Nipster? Downstairs with my mom. I think he's coming now. I might hear his footsteps because you guys are talking about him. We'll see. You taking any profit yet? Profit? What's that? I mean, what are you going to do with the dollars? I guess theoretically, if you had something you really needed to buy, it may make sense. But just to have dollars, what do you do with the dollars? Do you put them in your bank and you lose it all to inflation? Like, what's the point? Why would you take the profit? Now, I guess some of you guys that are traders, you take the profit and then you pray the price dumps and you can buy back in and stack more sats. But it can work the opposite way, and you can just have less Bitcoin because of that, because you sold for a profit. So what's your strategy, I guess, at the end of the day? Ronald McDonald's a Bitcoiner. Ronald McDonald scares me. Like, I never liked clowns since a kid. I don't know why. They're creepy to me. Whoa, didn't know JV was on game about that stuff. Thank you, Cosmic. I know my ish. I've been around the block. You know what I mean? And I'm not afraid to speak my mind. Amputated limbs, industrial accidents. Oops. Right? Yuck. I've seen what goes on, man. These factories. It's disgusting. There's reasons I don't eat meat. I don't trust the sources. You know what I mean? Clowns love you, JV. Yeah, I think when I was a kid, I think my parents decorated my room with clowns, and it was like, why are these clowns always? It's like something creepy about the clowns. And then I remember like all of the clown serial killer shows, and I remember Stephen King's It, and it was like that crazy, ugly clown is like looking to do stuff to kids. Man, they freak me out. I still don't like clowns. Aqua Wallet by Samson Mao is good. Nice, fresh. Are you using it? That's why I trade in perpetual inverse derivatives. All profit is in Bitcoin, and I don't risk my main stack. I don't realize profits in an IRS way because I'm not cashing out. Good to know, Data Biter. Looks like you got one up on them. Burger King is creepier. The cooking big rats in Roosevelt Avenue in Queens. Man, that's a common thing. And yeah, I've seen videos of this. Like the big rats, like those sewer rats, and they also do that in China. They cook anything and everything. Any animal they eat and cook in China. So I know what's up. Even tarantulas. You go to Beijing, I forget the name of the market, but they sell the craziest, most exotic things. There's a big tarantula, right? Alive, like this big, like the size of my hand. And it's on a stick. And then they put it in the fire. It instantly crisps them. And then they put seasoning on it. And then they just eat it on the stick. Like it was just alive 2 seconds ago. And now it's like, boom. It's like, oh, this is a great, you know what I mean? It's like people are crazy, man. Poltergeist messed me up. Yeah, I remember that one as well, bro. Stupid clown under the bed. Be a clown yourself. Make fun out of anything. Who's selling right now? Losers. Fiat clowns. That's who's selling right now. Clowns in Washington. There you go. China. Yeah, man. Ronald is Pennywise. The Mexicans are cooking rats in Roosevelt Ave. Ugh. Disgusting, man. Snack time. Hopefully I didn't destroy anyone's lunch. I sell privately for $120,000 per coin. Hey, they say a sucker is born every day. Why not? Man, you guys are awesome. Watch the documentary where the kids in Brazil caught wild tarantulas, cooked them, and ate them. Well, that's precisely what I'm just talking about right now. People love it too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Some people just like to do exotic things. Like I saw an old video of Tate, like before he was famous, and he actually drank cobra blood. I saw the video. They actually skinned the snake, they get the blood, whatever the process is, and he actually drank it. I think that's why he got that cobra tattoo, and hence the moniker Cobra Tate. Interesting, right? They say you are what you eat. So he's a cobra. Hold 50% for long term, take profits after the halving, says Mike. Luke Doggy Dog. My strategy is hodl. Hopefully it works out. I think you got this, Luke. If you can have the patience to hodl, guaranteed victory, man. Light at the end of the tunnel, guaranteed. That's what history shows us. Demolition Man with Stallone called it. Rat burgers. Oh, I remember that. That was with Wesley Snipes and Stallone. Wow. Maybe that's why he's so alpha. Exactly. All you got to do is drink some cobra blood, family. I think he even ate the snake and drank the blood. That was his goal on the video I watched, old school. You can probably find it on the tube. Have you guys seen vids where they inject Coca-Cola into the ground around swamp areas and harvest dozens of large fish to come out of the hole? No, I haven't seen that. That's crazy. Okay, that was a little weird. You can keep your cobra blood. Wet market equals any meat at all. Yeah, man. Bought back at 1,000. Congratulations, Troy. That's phenomenal. If you bought biddies at 1,000. My first biddy was around 15 hundo. Yeah, man. Tiger blood, damn it. Have you guys ever pet a tiger? I've held a tiger's tail before. I think this was in Thailand. I got photos of it. That was pretty risque. Ozzy eats bat heads. Well, I heard they're not real bat heads, according to, I think it was Jennifer on the stream the other day, because she knew him personally and knew the, you know what I mean? Wow, so bullish already before the halving. Turds? How dare you, Robert? Rattlesnake meat is freaking good. Well, Casey must know firsthand. Snakes are good. Oh, my God. But anyways, fam, here's what we're going to do. We still got over 500 on the stream. I greatly appreciate all the support, but we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the show, exclusive on Rumble. I prepared a couple of video clips we're going to react to today. We haven't did a reacts in a minute. So for those that don't know, I stream simultaneously every day on YouTube and Rumble at the same time. YouTube stream is about to end, but we will continue for an extra 20, 30 minutes exclusive on Rumble for the uncensored version of the show. I invite each and every one of you to join us. There's always a link to my Rumble in the description below the video, or you can just go directly to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net or simply open the Rumble app and type in crypto news alerts and you can't miss it. So head on over to Rumble right now and let's get ready to rumble. shall we? And happy $48,000 Bitcoin fam. We did it. We're so close to 50 G's. I am still faithful. We'll hit it by my birthday in 2 more days. Let's make it happen. And I'll see you guys later this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. But head on over to Rumble right now and let's get this mofo lit, shall we? Cheers, YouTube. JV out. All right. YouTube stream is a